Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a pretty crazy replay in the Bashation 25-ton. The Bashation is one of the best tier 10s in the game. I still think even after the nerfs it received, it is still incredibly capable. And what's interesting is that just a couple days ago, I did a replay review of Hytronics, who played in the T100 LT. And it was a pretty crazy game, 9,500 damage, and pretty solid overall showcase of the tank's capabilities. And he messaged me just the other day and said, hey, well, I've got an even crazier game in the Bashation. It's not as high damage, but it is a much crazier battle. So, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this game and seeing just what happened in the Bashation. I have not watched this replay. I sometimes think it's exciting to watch a replay as it unfolds, knowing the same as you guys do, because then it makes it a little bit more exciting. Now, I will pause the replay and play it really quickly, just because sometimes if you let a replay play out, it kind of bugs a little bit, so pausing it usually solves that problem. Let's take a look at the enemy lineup. What do we got here? 60 TP, AMX-50B, and an E100. All pretty dangerous heavies, to be honest. The tank destroyers also are pretty dangerous. 183, 4005, and an E4. And definitely not tanks you want to go up against on a map like Fort Despair. Fort Despair in general is a terrible map, and really the only reliable spot you can put your medium to light tanks are where Hytronics has gone here. And ooh, gets one nice shell into the 183, second nice shell, shoots at the 183, but pulls back just a teeny bit too early there. To be honest, I don't blame him. In fact, it was a little sus having that 183's barrel just peeking around that corner. You never know if you're going to get Hest or not. Thankfully, Hytronics is running small liner, which means the 183 wouldn't be as big of a problem, but still something always to keep in mind. Now we can see that Hytronics is running the triple shot instead of the quad shot. I personally like the 4-shot better just because of the 400 more damage per minute and the better accuracy. But the 3-shot does have its advantages too. But we can see the major disadvantage of the 3-shot is just the fact that the gun's a little bit derpy. And in a situation like this right here, having the 4-shot would allow you to reload your clip faster and get more damage out, probably being able to rush that 4005 and, do a little bit easier of a roll taking it out of the game. Oh, a little bit of a Sussler drive there, but we can see the Bashation gets one shell into the object on 40, 2 shells, and gets the clear. Smart play to reload the clip immediately. I would have done the same thing there. Wow, what a trash team. This just feels like your average Blitz battle here. It's like, okay, I have just started doing something, and the game's already over. 1900 damage, and there's only 2 tanks left apart from the Bashation. 1 shell into the 4005, 2 shells into the 4005. Oof, that was unfortunate. To be honest, I'm not sure why Hytronics loaded high explosive there. Definitely could have killed the 4005 with just 3 AP shells. But unfortunately, because of that one non-pending high explosive now, you're going to have to recircle around to get that player cleared. Uh-oh. It is now a 1 versus 5. And, well, we're going to see what happens here. We got the enemy 183 spotted in the back. Okay, nice shell. And it's a Maxwell bringing that 183 down to a one-shot. That is huge. Obviously, the 183 is basically the most dangerous tank. It has the ability to strip 1,000 HP off of the Bashation in just a second, which is crazy. Okay, so now at least the Bashation's in a decent spot, right? Hytronics is probably thinking, okay, I need to give myself distance from the enemy. I need to clear the most dangerous tanks first, but unfortunately for him, most of the enemy team is all high alpha dangerous tanks, the 160 TP, E4, and most of them are quite healthy, as we can see. This is not going to be easy, but at least with the game being on encounter, you're not going to have to worry about the supremacy cap. So, loading in our adrenaline here, well, not our adrenaline, but our shell reload boost. We got 2 shells into the U100. Ooh, gets the third one out as well. A little bit sus, obviously, when you're poking there. Anytime you poke, the enemy could just go whomp and get a nice snap into you. And 1 shell from an E100 will take you down basically 2/3 of the remaining health. 4005 misses the shot. E100 rolls around the corner. An incredibly lucky shell into the U100 turret. Wow. Wow, that was a very, very lucky shot. Nice shot from the Bashation, though. Okay, Hytronics is doing pretty good so far. He's up to now 4,800 damage, and he has taken out 2 very dangerous tanks. I'm very surprised that that shell actually ended up cutting through the U100 turret. I mean, that was a wild shot, but you know what? They always say you miss every shot you don't take, and that was definitely true there. I don't even know if I would have taken that shot, but That's why sometimes you have to make these shots to get these clears and get these wins out. So now the game's looking a little bit better, especially because the 183 is dead. And reloading the clip again. Smart play once again. Always reload your clip when you are in a situation where you are given that opportunity to. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you know that you're not going to be rushed within the next 20 seconds, reload the clip. There's no downside to it. You're going to need those shells anyway. Uh-oh, 60 TP spots the Bashation, but Hytronics is able to get in the cover before the 60 TP is able to get a shell out. Okay, well, what's going to happen here? Hytronics is able to poke this, but ooh, that's always a little sus. Wow, Hytronics didn't get spotted there. I was trying to think for a second, but yeah, Hytronics actually did not get spotted when he shot at that 60, and I'm not sure why. It must have had some sort of foliage that was blocking, but that's kind of crazy. Okay, well, all the 60 TP realistically had to do was just sit and wait for the E4 to roll over here as well. But turns out that the 60 TP is going to kill himself. He does get the shell into the Bashation, but he still dies in the process, now leaving this to be a 1 versus 1. 6,600 damage dealt, 5 kills versus a no camo E4. What do I suspect is going to happen here? Well, my assessment would be that this E4 is going to make a bad play. He's going to get flanked, and the Bashation is going to get the clear. Literally, all this E4 has to do is, like, back up and wait, or just... I mean, the E4 has multiple plays. Realistically, though, if that 60 TP didn't do what he did, it would have been fine. But the E4 misses a shot. Shoot him in the track wheel. Yep, there you go. And now you're going to get to the side of the E4, get another tracking shell. You're going to get to his rear. And, ooh, interesting. Now, the thing that sucks about the E4 is because of the way the turret is designed, the tank is really awkward to turn, because if the Bashation just gets to the side of the E4, it's kind of just cooked. All right, well, we're going to see what happens here. One shell. Oh, you swapped to HE and you lost a shell in your clip. I saw that too. I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm hoping Hytronics loads a AP shell first, shoots the AP, and then shoots 2 HE into the rear of the E4, but it doesn't really matter. At this point, it's just bullying. This is the freest clip into the rear of an E4 I've seen in a while. Oh, you did it again! No! 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 Hytronics, man, you're making me go where you're making me wild. The first time I can give you a bit of the benefit of the doubt, because, you know, maybe you didn't, like, fully see that you didn't have your HE. I've done it too. Occasionally I'll be driving a tank, you know, the 4-shot Bashation, for example, because it has very low shell counts for the amount of shells you shoot per clip. Occasionally I'll run into a situation where I won't notice that I'm out of premium shells and I'll still load the clip. But man, you did it twice. You ran out of shells twice. Oh, that's sad. Oh well, 8,800 damage. This was a pretty crazy game, especially for some of those snaps and situations you're able to put yourself in there. Very surprised that the 60 TP did not detect you on that second shell. Obviously, every crazy carry has some luck involved in it. And especially when going up against that E100, there was a lot of luck there. And to be honest, this is a noob MM game. We can take a look at the player battle counts here, and we can see that most of the players are, you know, low battle count. I'm not sure if Hytronics is playing same control mode only. You can let me know in the comments if you are, but this is 100% a noob MM battle, but it doesn't take away from the fact that this is a very high game of 8,800 and a pretty solid result in general for the Bashation 25 ton. At the end of the day, pretty solid stuff. You guys can let me know your personal feelings, comments, and opinions about this replay in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.